Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie and today we are talking about Tinder. This is a video I've been wanting to make for at least a year now. I feel like this is such an interesting age where we can just go online, go on an app, and potentially meet somebody really cool. I'll be real, for the past 2 years at least, anyone that I've dated at all, I have met off of Tinder. I am currently in a relationship and we met on Tinder, I want to say we first matched up like a year ago, maybe? I think so, like pretty much a year ago. We didn't really meet up till months later. I'll tell you about it a little bit into the video. Obviously, everything in this video is just my opinion, so I'm not telling you this is the right, way to go about doing things necessarily. It's just how I went about doing it, and I'm coming from the realm of using Tinder as a way to really meet somebody to date and not to just hook up with. And if that's what you are interested in doing though, I have nothing against that at all. This is just my personal preferences. In this video, we are gonna talk about your profile. We're gonna talk about your first conversation, your first meeting, and especially how to be safe during this entire process. Just how to be as safe as possible and to protect yourself. That is so key. And also I might throw in a couple funny stories along the way, we'll see. So first off, let's talk about making your profile. I obviously do not have a Tinder account anymore, but I did screenshot all of my pictures and stuff when I did have a Tinder account, so hopefully I can find it in my phone somewhere and show all of you what my profile looked like. So let's go over the photos first of all. I think that everybody should just have a nice, clear, like selfie kind of photo. So important just to see your face. I like to post a photo with a couple friends even, just to show that, you have friends. And I enjoy seeing people have friends too, just not every single photo. I think a really great rule of thumb for this entire thing is to just post things that you would like to see from another person. That's really a great rule of thumb. I think I would post like one full body photo. I like to see that from a dude as well, so they could just see how short I am. I wear platforms and stuff, and then I would do like a couple, maybe another friend's one or like a hobbies one, kind of like. I think I posted one at the Black Mountain Lodge. I was reading a book. I think that was one of my pictures. I hopefully have that one there. But yeah, it shows I like to read. For my description, I think I just put a little joke or a little quote. Honestly, I just kept it real minimal. I did not put any details about myself. I mean, to be honest, Tinder is really an app based off of pretty superficial things. You're just looking at somebody, you're swiping left or right. So if you two match, you're gonna be able to talk about those things in conversation anyways. Just don't put your hometown, your school, especially not your Instagram. I know that girls do this, but I just feel like that's so iffy. You're just allowing anyone who's on Tinder within a close proximity to you to see into your personal life, and they know you're on a dating app as well. I don't know. I think that's a little bit too much information just to a bunch of people that you don't necessarily want around you. So yeah, just keep it simple for the description. I have no issue striking up a first conversation with somebody. It would usually go something like, "Hi, I'm Stephanie. How's your day going?" or "What are you up to today?" Just something as easy as that. Don't make it complicated at all. It's also great if you have mutual friends on Facebook, so then you could ask, "How do you know so-and-so?" That's a really great thing about Tinder. Hopefully you know about this about Tinder, maybe you don't. You can see your mutual friends on Facebook. So that's another great thing too, because maybe you can message your friend and ask them about this other person if you continue the conversation, so you have a little bit more backstory on them as well. I feel like this part of the process is the most difficult to walk somebody through because yeah, you either vibe with them or you don't. If it comes to a point where they ask you for your number and you are really feeling it and you are interested in actually meeting up with them, then give them your number. But if you're not feeling it, you could say, "I would rather just continue speaking on the app." Or you could go ahead and say, "Hey, it was nice talking to you. I'm just not feeling it. Have a good day." And then hopefully they see it and then you can just delete them. No shame in that at all. I think that is such an interesting part of this whole thing, is that like I've been deleted so many times. I'll be in mid-conversation feeling like it's going pretty well. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this person. And then they delete me. But you can't get mad about that, and you can't get attached to them because all you're seeing is their picture. You don't know them. You don't know what's going on in their lives. Everyone's going through different things in their lives. And yeah, there can't be any hard feelings in those situations. In dating apps and in real relationships, timing is everything. I'll actually tell you the story about how my boyfriend and I met. We actually matched on Tinder, like I said, like a year ago. And then we ended up not meeting. We had planned to go on a date together, and then a couple days before the date, he called me and he said, "I'm so sorry, but I just got super sick. I even had to go to the doctors and get antibiotics. I'm really sorry, but I can't go on this date, but I would like to reschedule." And I said, "Okay, yeah, just hit me up later." And then a couple weeks later, he did hit me up, but then I was just at a weird point in my life too. And yeah, pretty much what happened was we never ended up going on that date, and I deleted my Tinder. And then fast forward, I think like 2.5 months, I decided to go back on Tinder, and lo and behold, we match again. And then we started talking again and finally went on our first date. And yeah, I found out that he was actually really super sick. He had a sinus infection. It was really intense, and he was pretty bummed that I didn't want to go on another date with him. But like I said, like, timing is just everything. It's so important when it comes to relationships and stuff. So who knows what would happen if we had actually gone on that first date. Anyways, okay, I just went off on that tangent. So we are talking about the moment where you actually exchanged phone numbers. At that point, it's time for texting, time for calling. I think hearing that person's voice is so important, and then FaceTiming. Just do one FaceTime at least before meeting up, please. I don't know, just to prevent some sort of weird catfish situation. You can exchange Instagrams at this point. You can start really kind of creeping the other person. I mean, there is no shame in creeping somebody online that you met pretty much online. You know, we live in a day and age where we all creep on each other. There's no shame in this at this point. And also, if it comes to your safety and kind of finding out more information about this person, I see nothing wrong with it. So yeah, find some things out about a person before you actually come down to the first date. Depending on how long you've talked, how many confirmed mutual friends you have, there's a few ways you can go about the very first date. I think one of the best routes is a daytime coffee or tea date. Do it at a place you're very familiar with. Maybe even you have a friend who works at that cafe. That's even better. You know, don't tell the person that it's, oh, this place is like 2 blocks away from my house. No. Don't even tell them that you're comfortable with that place. Just tell them the location that you want to go to. I think that's really important. Let them know where they should go. Of course, make sure that 1 or 2 friends knows where you are. An even better thing too would be to have your friend be there. Like if you are currently at university or something and everyone studies at cafes, you could have your friend just be like studying in the corner, unknowing to the person, of course, but just have them there, casually observing. That's perfectly fine. Then you can meet up with them afterwards. Small dates are a must for the first date. I really believe in that. Give it a limited time frame. No matter, even if you're having a ton of fun, cut it off. Say you have an appointment so that you can get together for a small amount of time and part ways. If they're offering to like walk you to your car or something, just be like, oh, you know what? I have to run to the restroom first anyways. Let's talk later, and just go your separate ways. Go to the bathroom, text your girlfriend or whatever, whoever that you want to text in the bathroom, and then he can, you know, leave first. That's pretty much my premise for the first coffee date. It's really similar to my first cocktail date, if that's what you want to do. Do it at a bar that you really trust. Perhaps have bartenders there that you know. That's really great. Don't leave your drink alone with him. You know, I know that I'm being really like hyper paranoid right now about this, but I feel better saying it out loud since this is a video kind of about dating. For the first cocktail date especially, I would recommend doing it on a weekday again, so you have a cutoff point. So you say, you know, I have work or school early, or I have to work later on tonight, just so it doesn't drag on. Because even, I mean, you know, best case scenario is you're having a great time, but you still cut it off. But the worst thing is to schedule a cocktail date on like a Friday night, and then you just have no escape because they're like, oh, like, let's keep hanging out, let's keep hanging out. And you're like, it's Friday night, so yeah, I mean, it's the weekend, it's the freaking weekend, and I'm spending it with you, and I don't want to spend it with you. It can get pretty awkward if they just try and attach themselves to you all night. This is coming from firsthand experience for sure. So keep it on a weekday, keep it real short and sweet. If you're meant to see each other again, if you really vibe and like each other, you will. Keep them wanting more. Another option is to meet in groups of friends. I think this is even preferable in terms of safety, obviously, to solo dates. You can have your group of friends meet their group of friends, especially if you have mutual friends. You can all meet together. That's great. And if you wanna get out of there, you can blame it on one of your friends if they want to go, and you gotta go. If you are really, really vibing with this person before, or if you've spoken, you know, for a very, very long time before actually meeting, you FaceTime, done the whole shebang for a long time, go ahead and have a meal. I have nothing against that. Honestly, all this is definitely a person-to-person basis. I think majority of people, you'd want to keep it pretty short and sweet, but yeah, if you really like them a lot, go ahead. I mean, there's been times where I have briefly met somebody outside of Tinder that we saw each other on Tinder, and we, you know, matched up and started talking because we already knew each other. There was actually one time I went on a date like that. This is probably my best story out of maybe, I mean, it definitely is a top Tinder story. So I go out on a date with this guy, and our server at the restaurant turns out to be somebody that I matched with on Tinder. I feel like this whole video is just making me sound like I'm Tinder crazy, but I'm not. I mean, I'm talking about my experience over a couple years of consistently using the app, you know? And also, this was in San Francisco, and San Francisco is a small city. I don't know if you've ever been there, but if you match with somebody on Tinder, or even not, you will see them out in a bar like regularly. You will see people on Tinder out and about all the time. So this wasn't like an irregular occurrence for anyone in the city. But yeah, our server was a guy that I matched with on Tinder. And I obviously didn't tell my date this, but this guy just kept bringing me new drinks every time my drink was like, you know, slightly nearing its end. He gave us free appetizers. He threw in like a dessert. He was just being super, super nice. I did not check my phone while at the table, but I went to the bathroom and I saw that he'd been messaging me the whole time on the app, being like, hey girl, you look cute tonight. And he was just giving me advice on like what I should order, saying I should come back the next weekend with my girlfriends if I wanted to. It was pretty, I thought it was pretty hilarious because, I mean, how else was he supposed to handle that situation? Like, be a total a-hole? No, that would have been terrible. He kind of handled it in the best possible way he could have. And I actually did go back the next weekend with my girlfriends and had a couple cocktails. Obviously didn't work out, but it made for a great story. All right, those are my top Tinder tips. Because beyond the first date, that's pretty much regular old dating at that point. If I would have any final thoughts on this, it would be safe, of course, please. Just be aware of what's going on around you. Have fun, obviously. Dating should be super fun. And don't take anything that happens on this app too seriously. You're gonna encounter a bunch of idiots. You're gonna encounter people who say the craziest stuff. It doesn't mean anything. It's just an app. You should be having fun while doing this. And yeah, just dating in itself is just all about timing for you and that other person. So don't ever take anything too seriously. Take care of yourself first and foremost, of course. Love yourself, and then you can love somebody else. Thank you so much for watching. I was just thinking as I was like, you know, really gathering my thoughts for this video, I could really do a like Tinder 101 specifically for dudes, because there's so many things that I've seen that is just mortifying, or just things that one person could do to improve their profile and improve their chances of matching up with some lovely ladies. If you want to see that video, let me know, because I think it'd be pretty fun for me to record, and I could also tell some more Tinder stories. I definitely have a few more of those. I am filming my next hashtag Stephanie Says video, my Q&A video. So if you would like to be in that video, you can Snapchat video me with your questions, any questions at all. Could even be Tinder-based questions at Sista Soothing on Snapchat. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. If you did like it, please subscribe. It'll let me know I should keep making these kinds of videos. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.